Hello there traders. For today's analysis I decided to cover USD versus Japanese yen, and I will speak about the dollar index and about the gold market. I will start with the USD versus Japanese yen first because I think this is the probably best opportunity that is happening at this stage so far today. I will start with my analysis on the daily time frame. So if you check the daily time frame in the literally a recent like 20-30 days, we get a consolidation and so many test rejects during this area here on the daily time frame, and then we got a sell-off, and it was a breakout that didn't hold. Basically, we got a breakout of this, but the next day was pretty much bullish, having the higher high and higher low, and we have another one-day follow-through back to the around mid area from this trading range, and then another sell-off, another 2 down days. But yesterday we did have FMC, so if you check, that was the biggest news that probably will happen this month, and that probably happened this month, and it was quite a volatile around the FMC. So what we got basically is an outside bar. At the end of the day, this is a bullish outside bar, so bar which got lower low, but at the same time higher high, but close near the high and above the previous day high. This is a very strong sign that today and in next days, but especially today, we can expect some follow through and even some bigger upside movement, probably towards the again major clusters around 110.30, 110.45. So if you check also stochastic, there is a bull divergence on the slow line, and it seems like there is a bull cross here happening today. So it's pretty bullish stance that I'm having here, at least towards the 110.40, 110.45. If you check intraday time frames, you'll find out that basically price went sold off here, made a climax, bar closed the middle, there is no follow through, and basically that was a strong bull sign. So my advice to watch for buying opportunities on the pullbacks, and definitely to try to ride this bull stance towards 110.40. In case of the breakout of 110.40, that can open the door even for 110.80, 85. But for now, the first main reference point for me is 140 and 145. Speaking of the dollar index, what we got here is basically we got big spike during the FMC, and you see that there was a big widespread of the bars here during the FMC. Market tried to trade above during the Asia session, but we didn't have any success and any follow through. And this morning, if you check on the lower frames what is going on, like especially if you watch like a 5 or the very like intra frame, very lower intra frame, you will find out there is a many pushes low, like 1, 2, 3, 4 pushes to the downside. Check also on the 15, and it seems like basically the sellers lost interest around 93.40, and we got a upside reaction. Now interesting thing here is that since we're still in this climax range, this is still no man's land for me, and I will basically say we already played out this reverse to the mean, so this is for me like a neutral zone on the dollar index. But as long we don't take the low of that climax or so, or the high of the climax high around 93.50, 52, and as long we don't have a confirmation to get away from this climax zone, I'm flat on the dollar index for now, with some basically slight edge that we lost so much momentum in this area here, so we got reaction because of that. If we speak about the gold, it is a similar situation like on the dollar index. Obviously, USD Japanese yen is my favorite if we speak about the post-climax effect, because the gold got a double bottom kind of stuff this morning, and double bottom and bullish divergence, and price back into the mid area of this climax zone, which is again similar to the dollar index, telling me this is a pretty much no man's land, or basically the flat zone. I would like again to see the gold either to break again the low of that climax and confirm more downside, or either to break the pivot high at 1787 and sustain above, or do the test reject. But at least I would like to see the price to trade around the major pivots, climax high 1787 or climax low at 1764. So for now, I will say intraday there's some exhaustion here from the upside, but still in that flat environment. So definitely my best play and my something that I like most for today is definitely USDN to the upside and a further test of the major swing highs and the cluster high. That'll be all for today. See you all tomorrow morning.